Hello everyone, this is Lucy05 and welcome to the Comic Book Central Toy Review. And today's toy review, we're looking at the 2009 release by Mattel of the DC Universe action figure review. And today's action figure review, we're looking at wave number 8, figure number 4 of the Vigilante action figure review. And this comes with the Collect and Connect piece of the left leg of Giganta. I'm not too sure if you guys can actually see it. There's a small little part there. The left leg is there. Now, at the front part of the packaging, you can see everything so clearly, and the figure Vigilante is standing there, posed like that fashion, and his right hand is carrying the Uzi, and the other hand is carrying a sniper rifle. Very nicely done. And you notice he also comes with another weapon. There's at least 3 weapons there. There's a revolver or a Colt revolver strapped onto his holster there. Now, at the back of the packaging, there's the rest of the lineup. And there's Giganta there, and there are 7 figures for you to collect and then get all the pieces together to build your own Giganta figure. So number 1, we have Commander Steel. It comes with an upper and middle torso. Number 2, we have Dr. Fate. Comes with a right arm. Number 3, we have Mr. Terrific. Comes with a right leg. Vigilante comes with a left leg. Parademon comes with a left arm, and Gentleman Ghost comes with a head, lower torso, and a mini atom. And finally, Hawkgirl comes with a figure stand. Now at the bottom here, you got a biography of Adrian Chase or Vigilante, and at the bottom, his statistics on his appearance. So, without further ado, let's open up this packaging so we can bless the toy. Be right back. And we're back of the room, the figure and the rest of the stuff out from packaging. Now, inside the packaging, it comes with the left leg of Giganta here, which is about as tall as the figure himself, which is very nice. Now, there's not much of paint job to talk about with this figure. It's actually not bad of the paint job with the flesh tone and the shadows here. At the bottom part here, I have a sculpted anklet which is painted in bronze, and it comes with an extra joint here, which is a swivel 360 degrees turn of an ankle, which I'm not too sure why they don't even implement that with the rest of the figures. Go figure. Other than that, there's nothing much to talk about with the, leg. That's a leg. Next, let's take a look at the figure's accessories. It comes with a lot of accessories. Let's take a look at the Uzi here. The Uzi is actually well painted. All the rivets are actually painted in silver, and it's well sculpted. Very nicely done. What I really don't like is they actually sculpted the word China on the handle there. But other than that, it's very nice. Bottom part of the Uzi itself, as you can notice, it's sort of like sloped down just to fit onto his right thumb properly. It's meant to sculpt that way so he can hold the Uzi quite well. And it only fits onto his right hand, which is kind of nice. Now, it comes with an M16 rifle with a scope which is all warped up, as you notice that. Even the scope itself is also warped. It's not straight. It's very nicely painted, and it's not a simple paint job with a slap on one color paint job. It's actually well painted. Even at the rivets there, it's also painted in silver. Very nice. The strap here is black. Sort of very dark brown color. It's very nicely done as well. Very detailed stuff, and it fits onto his right shoulder very well, as you can see, and it doesn't fall. Very nicely done. Now, the figure can actually hold the weapon on his left hand, because the left hand has a trigger finger. It holds it on the left hand, and the right hand, he can grip it on this section here. All you have to do is spread the fingers apart a little bit and then pop it in, and he can actually hold the sniper rifle quite well. Next, we have the Colt revolver. Now, I have to admit, the Colt revolver here, the handle is a bit small. It's quite short, but it's actually quite detailed stuff. Very nicely done. And it fits onto his left hand only, and fits onto his left holster. Like so. And you can pull it out easily as well. Another thing I forgot to mention about the imprinted word of China, the word China, it's also imprinted at the end of the stock there. Now let's take a look at the figure's paint job. The figure's paint job is quite very simple. It's mostly black with blue lines, white gloves, black lines there, yellow belt with an orange, light orange nunchucks. So it's quite a simplistic paint job. It looks exactly just like in the comics itself. Now, the body sculpt is nothing that spectacular. Majority of the body sculpt itself shares the same body sculpt, the same male body sculpt as the rest of the male characters, except for the glove here. It's a bit sculpted, and the belt and the face itself. Not much to talk about the face, but the goggles is very nicely done. The red plastic there is a red translucent plastic. It's a bit thick, and behind the goggles itself there is actually two sculpted eye sockets. It's very nicely done. It's just to give you the illusion that, you know, the pair of eyes is actually looking at you. Now, belt itself is also well nicely sculpted. Well, pouches is well painted, all the gold buttons there, very nicely done. Also, the holster here is not part of the belt itself. As you can see, there's a peg there. The entire holster is actually a separate piece. They just push the entire holster into the peg, and there you have it. And there's a button there, which is, you can actually pop this off. I never tried it, I'm not too sure if you can pop back in. The back here, more pouches, and the nunchuck. Now, let's take a look at the figure's articulation. The head actually can move upwards a little bit and downwards all the way like so. It's on a ball joint. And the torso itself can go downwards a little bit and backwards. Typical articulation. The waist can turn 360 degrees. The shoulders can turn 360 degrees. Spread the arms all the way like so. And the best part about this figure is, because he's holding a arsenal of weapons, especially guns, shoulder here can actually bend all the way into the center point here. Very nicely done. I really like this articulation. The upper bicep can turn 360 degrees, like so. Elbow joint can bend this far. The wrist joint actually turn 360 degrees. The hip joint can move forward, backwards a little bit, and to the sides. Thigh here, the lower thigh here turns 360 degrees. The knee here can actually bend this far. And the ankle joint can pivot upwards and downwards. Now, the figure is actually quite simplistic, but I really like the figure itself because I'm a fan of the character, the Vigilante. And what I'm really disappointed is that he doesn't come with his nunchuck accessory, despite that he has a sculpted nunchuck at the back of his belt itself. But it doesn't stop me from using Moon Knight's nunchucks. Yes, since the figure itself can't even hold the nunchuck properly, I might as well give it to Vigilante here. And it fits very well. Yes, now you have a complete arsenal of Vigilante here. What is missing is the red bike with machine guns. So overall, if I want to give a rating of this figure, he looks very simplistic, but he is well executed. The paint job is very nice. There's no paint smudges, just a little bit bleeding paints on the boots there, but it's still alright. The sculpt is also simplistic. The body itself is just the same old body with the rest of the DC Universe male characters, but the eyes, the goggles is well done, and I really love this figure. The accessories is also well nicely put in. So if I'm going to give a rating on this, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. So I thank you all for watching. This is Lucy05, and I'm signing off.